Here's my hot take, Caleb. You put Prime Connor against Prime Ilya, I think Ilya sleeps him in the second round.
Ooh.
Hands down. I think slipping out of his hand.
Catch.
It's slipping out of his hand as
This team looks like they have the capabilities to make a dent in the playoffs.
and gets his belt back. I think he is the greatest flyweight of all time. To me, that was not Spurs basketball. It looked horrendous. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the 2-Minute Warning. I am your host, TonyTwoBeers. I'm joined here with the Sterns, man. What's going on, Caleb?
Good, man. Got a nice early start today, so got a lot to talk about. Let's get started.
Yeah, we love it. We love it. We have to address Bam Adebayo, ladies and gentlemen. That's the first topic of the day. 83 points in an NBA game, only behind Wilt Chamberlain now is 100 points that he did with no actual footage of him doing it. But we believe it because we respect the game.
For the love of the game, man.
I got to say, man, that was not – I knew somebody in this modern NBA was going to break that record, Kobe's record at least, 81. I just didn't think it was going to be Bam Adebayo on a Tuesday night, double cheek up.
On a random Tuesday.
Doesn't make any sense. I didn't see it coming. You watched the first quarter, he had like 20-something points. It was insanity, dude. They couldn't guard him. They literally couldn't guard him. I rewatched all the buckets that he got. He was, for lack of better words, NBA Jam terms, he was on fire the entire game. He could not be stopped at all.
Yeah, basically, man. Like, I'm looking at the box score here. No one else on the Miami Heat came close. Well, I mean, some came close, but no one got up to 20 points. He was basically a one-man show. He had 20 shots made. He also had 9 rebounds and 3 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. So he also helped out on the defensive end as well. I mean, I don't want to take anything away. I mean, it was a great night for Bam, but let's be honest. It was
39
Washington.
free throws.
It was Washington. So, I mean, we can't really be like, holy crap. Like, if it was like, you know, they went up against the Celtics or something like that and he put up 83. All right, cool. Congratulations, Bam. That was an amazing night for him.
Yeah.
But damn, to pass up Kobe for to pass him up for more points made in a single game that's a pretty big feat.
Yeah.
Especially for Bam.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if we can see a ring in his future, but at least he's got that accolade.
That is that 83 points, is ridiculous. Second only to Wilt Chamberlain, breaking Kobe's record. And it was hard for me to swallow last night that he actually broke Kobe's record because my brother texted me and the fellow co-host Jim Booty Watcher texted me all at the same time saying, "Did you see Bam? Did you see Bam?" And I was like, "What's going on?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Did he get hurt or something?" I thought he tore his ACL or some shit.
Yeah.
Then I see 83 points in the stat sheet, and I was like, "No way, this is not real." And you see it, and wow, dude, like, it's just so crazy to me that he broke that record. Like like I said, I knew it eventually was going to be broken. There's no defense in this league now. They shoot threes. Everybody's very soft as far defensively because you can't touch anybody. You'll get a foul for breathing on them.
Yeah.
I knew eventually it was going to be broken. But I guess I hadn't come to terms that it was actually going to happen today or yesterday or this year. You know, like, it's just crazy that he broke that record. And I love Kobe. There's nothing to take away from Kobe's legacy at all. He's still the third most points in NBA history, 81 points. To score 2 points in the NBA game is a blessing in itself. 20 points, 40 points. To get 80 points is still, you know, Kobe's going to live on forever.
I agree with you. There was going to be somebody in this decade to surpass that record that Kobe had. I think what surprises me the most is that it was done by a big man.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy to me, especially in this type of league where mostly everybody's shooting threes, trying to see how far away they can hit the shot from the bucket.
Mm-hmm.
And for a big man to score over 80 points in a game, in a game like this, in this day and age, that's what blows my mind.
I got to ask you this then. A lot of people say Wilt Chamberlain, like I said at the beginning, you know, we don't know if we saw it or not. But people say in this modern NBA that a big guy like that, Wilt Chamberlain, wouldn't be able to get 100 points in today's league. Now you're saying, you could bring up a good point. Bam Adebayo is a big, getting 83 points.
Yeah.
Wilt Chamberlain, do you think he gets 100 points in this modern NBA against a team like Washington? The way Bam did it. I mean, he didn't shoot threes. Bam shot a couple threes.
So here's what I'll say. Have you seen that one documentary about Michael Jordan's Bulls, The Last Dance or whatever? Okay.
Of course.
So you know how in the beginning when Michael first came up, a lot of these guys that were in the league had second jobs. Like basketball was kind of like a side gig. This was like mid late 80s. A lot of these guys did other jobs. Basketball wasn't even their main gig. And a lot of them were smoking and drinking on the side on their off days.
Yeah.
NBA players don't do that now. And when you have guys like Jordan, like Chamberlain, who back then took the game very, very seriously, you're going to look a little bit more above average than the others. Like, I'm sorry, but you're playing against guys who are smoking and drinking most of the time. So, no, I don't think Wilt would be able to do it in this day and age.
I think he would.
I don't think he would, to be honest with you.
Because these players that were playing last night, they're not smoking and drinking. They dedicated their life to the game in the Washington Wizards. And Bam Adebayo just dropped 83 on their head.
Here's what I'll say to that, though. Not to interrupt you, but you got to remember it's a different league now. Yeah, the way the players are, the way they think about the game, it's different now. But the way that they play the game, you've said it numerous times, the league is soft. I'm sorry, but I don't think Wilt Chamberlain going up against guys who smoke and drink, he put up 100 points. Going up against guys who take the game a little bit more seriously, but are playing in a softer way, there's going to be some adjustments to the way that they look at Wilt and the defensive strategy towards him.
I think so, but it's also, like you said, a soft game. So he goes under. The Bam had what? He was at the free throw line 39 times.
Which is fucking insane.
You don't think Wilt's going to abuse that power? That's a big man going up against these guys who dedicate their life. They're playing soft. Just boom, under, boom, free throw line, free throw line, free throw. He'd be the big Shea, Big Shay's brother.
Okay,
like,
curveball then.
And he gets 100. I think he gets 100. And not on any given night, but on when all the stars line up correctly for him, as Bam Adebayo's last night. I think he gets 100. It won't come easy. Not at the stretch at all, but I think he's if Bam gets 83, why can't Wilt get 100? Maybe I won't even give you 100. Maybe 90, 80 points.
I don't
possibly
know.
there.
Here's the last thing I'll say is I don't see Wilt back then going up against guys like Bam, like Wemby, like Giannis. You don't have many guys like that. I think Wilt was probably the freak of nature of his time back then. You put prime Wilt against a prime Giannis, prime Wemby.
That's different, though. Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
though.
Those guys.
Those defensive mindset guys are going to make it a little bit more difficult for Wilt than the guys that he played back in the 60s, 70s whenever he played.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't think it'll be as easy. Will he do it? Maybe, but I don't think it'll be as easy for him.
Oh, yeah. Well, he won't drop those. He's not dropping 100 as well. Same thing as Bam's not dropping 83 on Wemby or Giannis.
Absolutely
There's
not.
no way.
Absolutely not.
But
But that's what
teams
I'm saying. It's the
Washington
Wizards.
Yeah. So you put them against the Washington Wizards or the who's the worst team in the league right now? The Pelicans, right?
Yeah, I think the Pelicans right now.
Pelicans.
Yeah.
It's just not. It's an easy matchup for Wilt. But,
Exactly.
Yeah. Anything like that, like a Wemby or the top tier defensive teams in the league, I don't think he gets 100. Same as Bam, he gets 20. I mean, he did get a game winner on us. Was it this year or last year? Bam.
I think it was last year. I remember what you were talking about.
That was that fucker. Congrats to the 80 points though.
I do think though, like how you said in the beginning, like with the Wizards and with the Pelicans, how we were saying if he did that against like the Celtics or against like a top team in the West, like if he did that to the Thunder, that would be incredible.
Oh yeah, that would be wow. That
but
would be insane.
It was the Wizards. Great show out by him.
Yes.
I mean,
a great first quarter too.
Yeah,
He had 20 something points. It was wild. But yeah, Bam, fantastic job. Congrats to your 83 points, dude. Whenever you want, we'll love to have you on the podcast. Just join us up here at the 2-minute warning in San Antonio, Texas. Next time you lose to when you play the Spurs. Sorry. But Spurs, man, beat the Boston Celtics. Jaylen Brown got ejected, but Wemby dropping 39 on their heads. San Antonio, man. I know I am the first one in this podcast that keeps saying first round exit, man. But after they faced that adversity against the Clippers the other night, they came back from a 25-point deficit. My brother keeps telling me every single day of my life it's the second largest comeback in NBA history or something like that. You're going to have to fact check that, folks. I haven't looked at it. But watching them almost turning the TV off at halftime.
oh yeah.
I was like, something tells me I got to watch this game for the podcast, for the love of the game, and for the love of the San Antonio Spurs. Something's telling me that they're going to come back and win this game. And as we saw them claw their way back in, I forget his name, Julian Champagnie has a 17-point third quarter. I said, wow, this is like the Spurs way. They find a hidden gem, same thing they found Steve Kerr in the 2003 NBA playoffs. They find players in the role to step up when it's needed the most, and Julian Champagnie did just that. Watching them come back from that game gave me this much hope, ladies and gentlemen. This much hope. I'm starting to believe that they could potentially make a deep run in the playoffs after watching that, and then them eliminating the Celtics the way they did last night. Again, Jaylen Brown got ejected. I don't know when he got ejected in the game. I just know he was thrown out of the game.
Yeah.
And Wemby dropping 39. The team is on fire. We're probably the hottest team in the NBA right now. I can't think of anybody else. I believe Boston was right there with us, being the hottest team with the addition of Jason Tatum this past week or this past month. But right now, dude, I got to say, I don't see anybody stopping San Antonio. Right now, as we're recording this March 11th. And it's hard for me to say because all season I've been kind of grilling them every single night, every single podcast, day in, day out, talking off the podcast. But it's giving me hope, and that's what is getting me excited as a Spurs fan. As we get deeper, because we said multiple times, this is when the real teams kick off. Like after All-Star break, it's when it gets serious. And San Antonio, after the All-Star break, has been dead serious. They went on that rodeo road trip, only lost one game against New York.
Yep.
And we've won, 16 of our last 15, 17 of our last 16
games?
Yeah,
including last night.
Red hot, dude. And Bam Adebayo was roommates with De'Aaron Fox. So you don't think De'Aaron Fox is going to light up after that 83-point performance?
He's like, I can't let my previous teammates show me out.
That's insanity, dude. We are red hot right now, and if we keep rolling like this, good things are going to happen for the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, there's a couple of points that I do want to touch on. That Clippers game, there was one guy that is a little bit of a sleeper that I think some people recognize, but I don't think everybody recognized. Carter Bryant had a ridiculous scene of events that happened during that comeback.
Oh, my God, yeah.
All he did was score 5 points, but it was the most important 5 points of that game. It was the biggest turnaround I think I've seen in Spurs franchise history.
Yeah, I would have to agree. Like you said, I don't mean to cut you off. Those 5 points, the stat sheets just say the points. They don't show, like you said, how important those points were as far as the momentum swing. That alley-oop that he had from Stephon Castle, straight, just, oh, my God.
That was insane.
All over jumped over, man. That block. He had Carter Bryant on the other end. His presence was felt in that game, in that comeback.
And that's a rookie.
And that's the rookie, yeah.
That's a rookie.
That's the future, bro. If Carter Bryant fixes his bag, this is a huge step. I think I've said this on the pod before, but it could be the way Kawhi Leonard was to us back in the day. Defensive and offensive, both in one human being with Victor Wembanyama, Stephon Castle, Dylan Harper. Dude, come on.
We've talked about this all the time, dude. This young core. And I've said this on the podcast. Remember, OKC was, I think, the second youngest team in the league at the time when they won their championship.
Yeah, you have. Yeah.
I don't see why San Antonio can't do it, even with this young core, man. I really can see it happening within the next 3 years, hopefully.
Yes.
Hopefully this year, but if not, definitely within the next 3 years. The second point, that Celtics game, they were down for a long period of time. I think Jaylen got ejected around the second quarter. It was like right before halftime. I didn't see what happened. All I know is he got pushed out of bounds by Castle in transition. And then right after he got pushed, the ref called it out of bounds on Boston. And then Jaylen got pissed, went up to the ref, started like talking to him, got one tech, and then literally as he's going up to the ref that gave him the first tech, another ref I think came up and gave him a tech. And like I was watching the game and the announcers are like, that's ridiculous. I've never seen that before, because apparently it wasn't like, I don't know how it works in football or even in basketball, but there's different refs, how there's like a head ref and then like assistant refs.
Right.
The person who gave him the second tech wasn't even like the head ref. It was just another assistant ref. So what the sportscasters were complaining about were like, why the hell is the other assistant ref giving him a tech when they weren't even involved in the altercation with Jaylen Brown?
What gender was that ref?
I'm not sure. We could check though if you want.
Because I'm not saying anything, ladies and gentlemen. But if it's as ridiculous as you're making it sound, I could be wrong though, because they've never seen anything crazy like that. It's kind of insane to me because Tim Duncan, the greatest power forward of all time, was thrown out of an NBA game while he was on the bench for laughing.
Yeah.
So the refs have gone out of their way for making ridiculous calls. Tim Duncan literally was laughing. Joey Crawford double-teched him up while on the bench laughing and throwing him out of the game.
So I just looked it up because on NBA.com, if you pull up the game, it'll actually tell you who the refs. All the refs are male.
Oh, okay, that's good.
All the yeah. So the refs were Tyler Ford, Nate Green, and Suyash Mehta.
I don't know who any of those people are.
Nate Green, I know who that is. Tyler Ford, I haven't heard, and Suyash, I couldn't recognize if it was a male or a female name, so I looked it up. It's a male. It's
we were close, ladies and gentlemen. We were close.
It's just an Indian name, but yeah, no, it was all males. I know, like I know what you're getting to. A lot of the referee problems sometimes the NBA deals with is with female refs. A lot, but
statistics don't lie, ladies and gentlemen.
But to be fair, though, a lot of the issues that come up, it's with the superstars of the NBA, like Luka, like Giannis, which are two guys that you and I have said complain about the calls almost every single play on the last episode. So,
yeah, and it's not to say that women can't ref the NBA, because the men, like I just mentioned, Joey Crawford, I mean, Scott Foster is being investigated right now, I believe. So, and there's a whole scandal in an NBA before women refs were even a thing. So, the NBA, just the way their officiating has been up to this point, it's I don't know, it's just weird. It's just not been, I don't know. With the whole scandal and the now, it's just weird. And then you have all these players, superstars complaining, and they want their calls, and it's, I don't know, different times, I guess. But yeah, that sucks for Jaylen Brown getting back-to-back techs and then getting thrown out, because that hurts the Celtics a lot. You know, more morale-wise and, you know, obviously physicality-wise. Without him, like, he's not scoring baskets. He's sitting there watching from the locker room. Can't even be on the bench to support them. So I think that's a huge win for San Antonio, a huge blow for Boston. And I think, man, it's just a good time to be a Spurs fan. Wemby is starting to come out and doing the things that he's listening to the podcast, obviously, because he's starting. I think the past month he's averaging like 30 points a game. I could be wrong. Damn near 30 points a game. And he's playing out of his mind right now. So all I'm saying is you got to go to a playoff game, dude. The 2-minute warning live at the playoff game. That will be. We would give those tickets away, ladies and gentlemen, but we just want to go ourselves. Like, we got to be honest with you.
So circle back to the Celtics real quick. I saw something on social media I wanted to pick your brain about a little bit. Do you believe in the Celtics conspiracy?
Celtics conspiracy, what is it?
So there's a conspiracy right now with the Celtics that the team has always been Jaylen Brown's team and not Jason Tatum's, and the only reason why the world sees it as Jason Tatum's team is because that's what the media is pushing.
That I could see that. After getting my degree from Texas A&M University San Antonio in the comms department, learning about media, I could see that happening. I mean, I just off the rip, I don't know anything about this conspiracy theory, but as good as the Celtics were doing up to this point without Jason Tatum, I mean,
we saw how Jaylen Brown was doing
and
without
he gets thrown
JT.
Out. He gets thrown out of this game last night, and the responsibility falls on JT.
He couldn't pull through,
and he loses. I will say, though, Mr. Brown, I can't remember which finals it was a couple of years ago, couldn't even dribble the basketball in the NBA finals. So that also is kind of like leveling out the conspiracy theory if this really is his team. You know what I'm talking about? I think it was the Warriors. The guy couldn't dribble the ball. But that was then. This is now.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I wouldn't say always been his team. But, of course, after they won, Jason Tatum was copying Kevin Garnett and all that shit. Maybe now you can make a case because that guy's a damn near. He could be a front runner for MVP. Maybe not front runner, but maybe he's in the conversation.
You know what's funny? The sportscasters for that game actually did mention that too. They were like, Well, come on. The high stakes of this game, you got 2 MVP candidates playing on either side,
Yeah.
and one of them just got ejected in the second quarter. Now, when they said that, initially I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Just because of the fact, like, look at the names that are up there. Jokic, Shai, Cade, Wemby. Brown?
As 5, I could see definitely.
Maybe top 5, but then again, that's a stretch.
Who you put there for 5 instead of those 4 you just listed?
Let me think.
Nobody say Bam, please. He had one.
I mean, hold on, let me.
You say Luka?
I was going to say Luka.
You put Luka at the 5, or do you put Brown at the 5?
I mean, if we're gonna be honest, I think Luka's better than Brown.
Oh yeah, of course.
This year, though, I mean, obviously the Celtics are doing better.
I think there's that rule though, where you can't miss a certain amount of games.
Yeah, there's something
and
like that.
I think Luka is already capped out.
That
Maybe
yeah,
that's
there
why
is something.
Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, you're right.
So that's why they're putting him in that conversation, because certain players are out.
Yeah,
they can't even be considered to be an MVP.
I mean, if you're gonna put Jaylen Brown up there, you might as well have Jalen Brunson in the talks. To be
Jalen
honest,
Brunson? Yeah.
I mean,
he's a stud. I like him.
he's controlling New York right now. New York is his city.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when's the last time we heard New York become this much of a problem in the East? Back when Carmelo was in there, you know?
Yeah.
Since then, I can't remember the last time New York was this big of a problem.
Him and the Dominican Poppy are doing real good over there.
If you want, we can talk about some of the other games that happened last night, because I know some really decent matchups, nothing crazy. Shout out my wife, Tiana. Houston did beat Toronto 113-99.
They couldn't beat San Antonio, though.
Hey. Philly beat Memphis, which looked like a really high-scoring game, dude. 139-129.
Yeah, I'm looking at that right here. Who
That's
popped off
crazy.
there? What's his name? Tyrese?
Oh, and also, VJ's hurt.
For real?
My
When?
rookie of the year, bro. He got hurt. He's out for the season.
Oh, he got hurt last night?
No, it wasn't last night. He got hurt a few games prior, but he's hurt, out for the season.
Wait, but I see him right here on the stat sheet.
Is he?
DJ Edgecombe, yeah, he played 21 minutes. 21 points, 34 minutes.
Ooh, okay. Then what did I see? I could have sworn I saw something about him getting hurt.
Maybe
he did
got
play.
hurt, but he just didn't.
I swear I saw something that said his fucking season was ending. I guess I might be wrong. Sorry about that, folks.
God, Detroit beat the brakes off of Brooklyn.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, they smacked the shit out of them. Brooklyn's going to be one of those teams that, like, it was like the Bobcats back in the day, where it was just
Shout
like.
out Bobcats. Y'all know about the Bobcats?
Atlanta beat Dallas 124-112.
God damn it. They need to lose.
Phoenix beat Bucks, man. It looks like they were wanting to get their lunch money back after they took that loss in the finals back in Milwaukee won. And Chicago beating out Golden State. 130-124 in overtime. Obviously, Curry's not playing, right?
Nah. I mean, let me check, but I'm pretty sure he is out. What the fuck is this video playing for?
Yeah, no, he's not playing. Curry's out.
God, man, that's such a huge blow for them because Draymond Green is not enough.
No, definitely not.
I think it was Josh Giddey who had a monster. Yeah, he had a triple-double, 21 points, 13 boards, 17 assists.
Yep. Charlotte beating out Portland by 2 points, 103-101, which... oh, my God. Roll a clip. But to talk about this game a little bit, Portland, to me, is one of those teams that people are going to sleep on within the next couple years. They got a really good head coach. They got a decent young core. If they can have Lillard come back, they could definitely do some damage. I don't see them being a contender. But, I mean, Charlotte right now. So they're Charlotting.
A good story, too, because, yeah, like you said, Damian Lillard should be back next year, and they should get a good pick in the draft. I think they have some in this upcoming draft, so
yeah,
we'll
they should.
They should. Immediate impact rookies.
Battle of the worst teams in the NBA right now.
Sorry,
Kings, Pacers. Kings
heart.
winning that one, 114-109, though.
Yeah. It's so tough to see Russ, man. Just, like, I want that guy to win a ring so bad, and I thought he was in prime position when he was in L.A. to possibly win a ring. Denver, too, when he was with Denver.
Belay GM, bro.
He was my favorite freaking dunker when we were growing up as kids, dude. He threw it down your throat with authority, man.
Yeah.
Like I don't see that like that these days, man. Like I see monster jams every day, Wemby, but they just don't have that same authority. In like maybe it's a testament to players wanting to land safer, not injure themselves. Like I think Ja said he doesn't want to dunk.
Ja was
no
the
more.
last guy, yeah.
Yeah, like I think his health. He said he's worried about his ankles, his knees, whatever. That's why he's not dunking as much anymore.
Yeah.
So it's tough, man, because that's what I loved about. I love about the game. And you see those going right down Main Street. Russell Westbrook was, oh my God, electric. When he
Yeah.
left the floor, you knew it was going down hard.
I will say probably the best 3 dunkers within the last 15 years. My top 3 personally, Russell Westbrook. I'm throwing Ja Morant in there. And then I think I'm also probably going to throw in Blake Griffin just because he's the only one out of the 3 who won a dunk contest.
Yeah.
So he's got style points and he's got power points.
Yeah.
So he's one of my favorite dunkers of all time.
Yeah, I would have to agree on that list because, Blake is watching him too, man, with him and CP3, just Lob City. Beautiful.
Can't forget about DeAndre Jordan.
No, you cannot. Probably my favorite dunk that I've ever seen live on Brandon Knight. Where is Brandon Knight, ladies and gentlemen? I think he's been missing since 2011.
He's actually I'm so glad you bring that up because I believe he is actually playing with the G League team or something like that. Hold on. Because I literally just saw that and I was like, wow. Brandon Emmanuel Knight is an American professional basketball player. Where does he play for now? So I don't know if he still does. The last team he played for was in 2025. It says Capitanes de Arcibio or Arquibo. I don't know how to fucking pronounce it, but
So he sent him to the shallow realm, ladies and gentlemen. That's where Brandon Knight is. DeAndre Jordan. Oh, that dunk is disgusting.
the last NBA team he played for was in 21 and 22. He played for the Mavericks.
Okay. Damn, he kind of played for a long time, huh?
Yeah, no, he played for a really long time.
I just been thinking about that. Like that dunk was years ago.
Do you want to talk about some of the matchups coming up tonight?
Yeah,
See if we can take some picks. First one, Cleveland versus Orlando.
I feel like we disrespected Orlando off the pod a couple days ago.
A little bit.
Unfamiliar with their game, but Cleveland is also kind of red hot too. James Harden, Donovan Mitchell. I always forget that kid that looks like Sideshow Bob. Is it Evan Mobley?
No, Evan Mobley. No. Jared Allen.
Jared Allen. Yeah. That's a stud, a great team they have there in Cleveland. So I think Cleveland wins that. Maybe not easily, but I think it's a good game.
Yeah, I think that'll be a good game. I'm gonna agree. Cleveland wins that one. Toronto versus New Orleans.
I say Toronto.
I think that's an easy one.
Yeah.
New York and Utah.
I say New York.
Fair.
New York.
Now this is the game I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, that's a good matchup.
Shout out my wife, Tiana. I love you, baby. But I think Denver's gonna smack Houston.
You think so?
I think so. I don't think Sengun is enough to slow down Jokic.
Okay, yeah, but let Jokic do his thing. You could at least shut down other key aspects to their game to Denver.
But even if you shut down the other key aspects to Denver, Jokic is still going to go off.
Yeah, of course.
No matter what.
Yeah, but it's better him get 40 points, 50 points, and the rest of the team 2 points, 6 points, 7 points. That doesn't add up to a lot of points. If they could take everybody else away and let Jokic do his thing, yeah, Kevin Durant, I think Azir Thompson is there.
Amen Thompson's with the Rockets. Azir
Pistons, right?
is with the Pistons, yes.
Okay. And I think, the only thing is I think Fred VanVleet is still out.
Out, yes.
So,
but they do have that one young little white guy, Reed Shepherd.
Yeah.
So, and dude, every single time I watch the Rockets play, he's one of those hidden gems that you were talking about that the Spurs keep bringing up.
Yeah.
He's one of those hidden gems. He is a killer. Mm-hmm. He shoots lights out. He's fast. He's got handles, and he knows how to pass. And this dude's coming off the bench.
And he's got a strong veteran, Kevin Durant, to help guide him through the fires. I think Houston wins that game, dude. Honestly, I think they can stop Denver in their tracks.
I don't know, man.
So.
I feel like
Two
they can.
heavy hitters.
I feel like Denver has the defensive capabilities to slow down Houston. I don't think. like how you were saying, Houston can slow down the rest of the team, but not slow down Jokic. But I feel like Denver can slow down everybody on that team. Amen Thompson will still go off. Kevin Durant will still go off, but they're not going to be giving you 40 points.
No.
Jokic will put up 40 points.
Yes, Jokic definitely.
You may get 25, maybe 30 from either Amen or Kevin Durant. But if you're able to slow them down, Sengun's not going to give you 30.
I like Sengun, though. I think he's a good player, dude.
He's not giving you 30, though?
No, he's not going to give you 30. But, I mean, you never know. You never know. These bigs, they're different these days.
Against Jokic,
Look at Pep. I think so. Jokic plays no defense. He has no defense in his bag, dude.
Most of Sengun's
His
points
defense
come
is like
from
this.
his paint. Most of Sengun's points come from the paint.
Right, yeah.
And Jokic has weight and height on Sengun.
He does. I'll
He's
give you
going
that.
to eat his booty alive in that paint, bro. I'm sorry.
I don't think it. I don't know, man. Every time I watch the Joker play, I love him. I think his offense. Same thing with Luka. I love Luka. Their offensive bag is fantastic. James Harden's bag is fantastic. Their defensive bag is as good as an 8th grader, dude. And I think that's going to be a problem when you have a guy like Sengun coming to your Mile High City up in the sky. So
We'll see.
I don't know.
That'll be a fun one to watch
Houston
tonight.
takes that one.
I'd say Denver's gonna win by. It'll be a close game.
Yeah, no, I
I think it'll be a single-digit lead for sure.
I agree on that part at least.
Kings Hornets.
I say the Hornets.
Yeah, I agree.
The Kings are.
And then Wolves and Clippers. It could be a potential playoff matchup.
Yeah, could be an upset too. The way they played against the Spurs, they did lose though, so they blew a 25-point lead. I'll take Minnesota.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Minnesota as well.
Yeah.
Ant's really fucking good this year. He's got a really good supporting cast with him as well. So I really feel like Timberwolves can do some damage.
Is that thing moving?
A little bit. No, I got it. It's good. We're good. But yeah, Timberwolves all the way on that one. I guess that's all for NBA.
Yeah.
Talking about the matchups.
Yeah, it's a good time to be a Spurs fan, ladies and gentlemen. Good time to be a Spurs fan, and we'll transition into the NFL. Max Crosby, Mad Max, everybody knew before this podcast was released was that he was going to Baltimore Ravens. He shows up to Baltimore, and tell the people what happens, Caleb.
This man posted a picture on his social media that he was in Baltimore, ready to go to work. He said that he was going to do his best to bring the city of Baltimore a Super Bowl championship. Goes in, does his workout, and fails.
Bruh.
Literally 13 hours after he posted the picture that he lands in Baltimore, he fails his physical, and Baltimore backs out of the trade.
Rightfully so. I mean,
I don't blame them.
yeah.
I do not blame them.
Yeah.
But that sucks because that was the biggest trade name or free agency name, I think, going around after last season. Finally goes to a new team. Everybody's like, awesome. What's he going to do? Let's see. You know, he's going to beef up that D because I think Baltimore's defense was horrendous last year.
It truly was.
So to get a big guy, a big defensive end, a rusher, like that was a big pickup, and I guess his agent or something like that lied about how he was going to be ready to play.
He's saying that he is ready to play. That's what he's been saying after that whole trade fell through.
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
Like, don't worry, Max is good. I don't know what's going on with Baltimore, blah, 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 blah. But, I mean, it doesn't lie. The stats don't lie. The numbers don't lie. If his physical wasn't good, but as a Dallas Cowboys fan, I was excited at midnight last night reading that information because if he's failing his physical, I don't know what the rules are in the NFL, but if that trade was declined, I looked it up. He's still listed as a Raider.
Yep.
So if teams see that, they're probably scared to even maybe pick him up. They're like, maybe he's not going to pass ours, whatever. Jerry Jones, you better listen to this goddamn podcast. I don't care if he fails his physical. You go out and you get Max Crosby. Just tell him he passed. Tell him he passed. Add him to that defense. That would be, oh my God, that would be the greatest addition, I think, that we could do this offseason. I mean, right now we're doing some moves already that look pretty good on the defensive side of the game. I think our defensive secondary is the big problem, but if we have a chance to get a Max Crosby, I think you go out and get a Max Crosby. But it's tough, I mean, the Raiders, if you're a Raiders fan, you're kind of happy because you're losing probably your best player on the team on both sides of the football.
Yeah, yeah.
So that kind of sucks for y'all, but maybe you keep him. Maybe you got lucky there.
Well, with that being said, literally just in like 15 minutes ago, like while we were recording, they decided to go with a different edge rusher, bro. You literally just saw it. Literally just saw it. Yep, the Ravens just got Trey Hendrickson.
That was on the Cowboys list as well for me.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, man, I can see the cringe all over.
I just don't know how we keep letting. They can't be getting away with this.
Get away with it.
I just don't get it, man.
Oh, man.
I guess that's not really our main problem. It's okay. Our corners, our secondary is what needs a big help.
I
But
mean,
that's
y'all
good
are
for Baltimore, though.
y'all are losing y'all's opportunity to get some big names up in the secondaries because the Texans got Reed Blankenship,
Yeah.
bro.
I can't believe that shit, dude.
That dynamic white boys duo from Philly. It's sad to see them break up, but I'm glad that we are adding him to our already stacked secondary.
That secondary is disgusting.
It's gonna be a wall. No one is getting anybody any kind of passes with this secondary. I'm sorry. You got Kamari Lassiter, Jalen Petrie. Now you add Blankenship. Like, I don't see. And Kalen Bullock, like,
Best secondary in the league.
it's insane.
Easily going to
Insane.
be the best secondary in the league.
Insane. I'm really excited to see what this defense is gonna do next year.
That's going to be wild. Y'all got David Montgomery on the backfield
We did
as
pick
well
up
now.
David Montgomery.
So,
shout out Sonic and Knuckles.
Braden Smith, as well. So it's pretty wild, man. Houston. The only thing that I have to say,
here we go.
everything. I mean, you mentioned the wide receivers too. They are injury prone. So if they can stay healthy, that defense, best secondary in the league, will take you to the promised land.
Absolutely.
However, if you could have the biggest ship in the world, the biggest cruise ship in the world, the biggest military ship in the world, but if the captain doesn't know how to steer it, that shit ain't going nowhere, bro. That's gonna stay docked.
Y'all leave my quarterback alone, man. Damn.
Docked, dude. He is not. They are not going anywhere.
He got a haircut. He's good.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me show you how he was throwing in the NFL playoffs. I need something, ladies and gentlemen. Hang on. I'm gonna use this sock. I'm CJ Stroud in the playoffs. Caleb is, let's say, Nico Collins. Wide open. That's how
Oh
he's
my
throwing,
gosh,
ladies and
dude!
gentlemen.
Come on.
I don't understand why he played in the second half of that game. Doesn't make sense to me. Davis Mills should have played. I've told you this off the podcast. I think they still would lose that game, but it wouldn't have been the same game.
No,
It
yeah,
just doesn't make
yeah,
sense.
yeah.
But maybe he sees that as opportunity. He's the man of the Lord, so maybe he sees it as adversity, and he's going to come back and have the best season of his life because I'm sorry that his first season, he was great. He was fantastic. But it's kind of just been going downhill since then. So
Yeah, unfortunately, as a Texans fan,
it's like he's wasting one of the best defenses of the fucking century, of the decade, dude. Of the decade. I won't say century, of the decade. Like, that defense is ridiculous, dude.
Yeah.
And it just wasted. Now they get a second chance with this defense. Like you said, that secondary, I don't think anybody's going to get any passes off on that defense. No matter who you are. I don't care if you're Patrick Mahomes, Dak Prescott. Nobody's going to get a pass off on that defense. They're going to have to run the football, and if they can't run the football, it's going to be a tough time for any team that goes against the Texans defense.
Yeah. Talking about some other names. I know we talked a little bit earlier about the Jets re-signing Geno Smith. Geno Smith's going back to the team that drafted him. What do you think about that, bud?
I think the fans know how I feel about Geno Smith per the last podcast. I don't know if I edited that out or not, but
No, it was in there. I remember hearing it.
he is not. New York. I don't know what they're. They don't have many options. They have what's his name from Chicago that was there. He went to the Steelers. I forget his name. God damn, what's his name?
Oh, the one that was with the.
Or he's with the Bears, and then
He was
went
with
to
the Bears.
Steelers. I forget his name. I'm sorry, sir, for forgetting your name right now.
Shit, I forgot it too.
The quarterback from Chicago. Let's check it out real quick. God damn, and he's a good little Justin Fields.
There you go. Yeah.
Justin Fields. and then, I mean, who's their secondary who's their second option besides Justin Fields?
I didn't remember.
So Geno Smith, I guess, is the best pickup they could get.
Who starts that, Fields or?
That we'll leave that to training camp to decide because those two men, I don't know, and the Jets organization, you've said this, I've said this, Jim Booty Watcher said this. Every host, I think, that's been on the show has said this about the New York Jets organization. They're just not – something is in the water over there on that side of the river, of the Hudson, because the Giants are kind of rolling right now. They have a nice young core. They have a new head coach. The Jets, I will say Aaron Glenn is a good coach as well. Maybe he's making his moves the best that he can. But the Jets, they had a quarterback there that just won a Super Bowl. Granted, he had a really good defense that won the Super Bowl with him. But anytime anybody leaves the Jets, they just get better. So, but maybe this is a reverse Uno. Maybe Geno got comeback player of the year, and then has a shit show, and he's going back to his roots, and then maybe he'll turn it around, and they win 6 games this year.
Do I need to show you Geno Smith's highlights when he was with the Jets back then? Do you want me to show you those highlight videos?
Yeah, I'll show you again.
Oh, they're not even highlight videos. They're low live.
I don't need to see that. I don't want to fall asleep on the podcast.
I mean, I don't know who had a better season with the Jets, either Geno Smith or Mark Sanchez.
Oh, my God. I will say Mark Sanchez has a good commentator voice. That's all I got.
Some of the other names, Isaiah Pacheco signed with Detroit.
That is kind of wild.
Which is kind of crazy because he was a big receiver for Patty over in KC.
Yeah, he was like a duel. Like he was able to catch and run the ball as well. Mm-hmm. Like a young Christian McCaffrey.
Rico Dowdle, your boy, your ex-Cowboy running back, signing with Pittsburgh.
The Steelers. I wonder why. Actually, I don't know if he was the coach when he was there. I think he was. Rico Dowdle was there when Mike McCarthy was the coach.
Oh, in Dallas?
Yeah.
Probably.
I believe it was.
I actually, a little bit about this signing. One thing I've noticed is Pittsburgh's always got a good showing of running backs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll agree on that.
James Conner, Le'Veon Bell, who's the Najee Harris?
Najee, yeah.
Yeah, like they've all got good running backs, and I think adding Dowdle is a really good pickup. Yeah, for Pittsburgh.
I think so, too. He had a fantastic season over in Carolina, and he started to spark out and be the number one running back that I think he really is. And I think in Pittsburgh with his old coach, it'll be a good, nice little running core for Pittsburgh.
Now,
we don't know if Aaron's coming back, though, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's the one thing I'm curious about as far as the Steelers go is Aaron going to be returning? If he does, like, he hasn't announced anything yet, right?
No,
it's up in the air right now.
I think, and this is I think I said it on the podcast before. I thought if Mike Tomlin doesn't come back, then Aaron Rodgers is not coming back for sure. But his old coach from Green Bay is now the head coach of Pittsburgh, so I think Aaron has a lot to think about as far as coming back. Do I think he's going to come back? I think now it's 50-50. Before that announcement, I don't think he was coming back, but. He's getting that coach back. He could decide to run it back again with that team. So
he could. He definitely could.
Wouldn't surprise me at all if they did come back.
Browns did sign Quincy Williams, the linebacker from the New York Jets. I know he was a big part of their defense. So he's now going to Cleveland and hopefully to help beef up that defense a little bit. Another cool name after the Cardinals released Kyler Murray, which you called that shit, motherfucker.
They hate us because they ain't us.
You called that shit. I was really, really hoping that it wasn't going to happen because I do like Kyler, even though he's a Oklahoma guy. But I don't know, man. They picked up Gardner. They pick up no, and I'm not talking about Gardner. They picked up a literal Gardner. I'm just kidding. No, they picked up Gardner Minshew, and I don't know how that works.
Oh,
to be completely honest with you, that was stupid.
Yeah, maybe they're gonna try their luck in the draft. I don't know. I do though. Releasing Kyler was.
It was a smart move.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, did they keep Jacoby Brissett? I didn't.
I
Even
believe
look.
so.
So maybe he's a number one guy.
I haven't seen anything about him signing with another team, and I know that's probably a name that would definitely come
and
up.
Kyler went to Atlanta, right? If I'm not mistaken. Where did he go?
Kyler technically hasn't signed with anybody yet. I think you're thinking of Tua.
Oh yeah, I am thinking.
Tua went to
what I'm
Atlanta.
thinking
He
of,
is
yeah.
no longer a Dolphin. He's now a Falcon. But yeah.
Quinn Ewers season in Miami.
Oh yeah. I don't know how that's gonna work with Kyler. I do think he is a decent quarterback. He's got an arm.
Yeah.
That's his only problem,
his
though, is that
only
he's
problem.
short. This is his only problem.
Yeah.
He's just as fast as Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
He's got just as big of an arm as Patty,
Mm-hmm.
but he just doesn't have the height.
Yeah, that's his biggest problem. He can't see over the fucking O-line, bro. And I think that's a huge problem when you're, again, driving the ship.
Yeah, nah, for real. Some other names here. Not too crazy, but the Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, he was a Steeler, was a Bear, got traded to the Giants, so they're trying to beef up their defense here.
Yeah.
Also, the Niners.
Fuck you guys.
Beefing up. They sign Mike Evans. How do you feel about that one,
Pisses
bud?
me off, dude. The Niners keep getting better, dude. It pisses me off. But hey, we got something for him. We got something for this year. We got ourselves the franchise tag on George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb. I don't know what's gonna happen though. I know they tagged him, so I haven't really looked into what is going to happen. I think he has to play through the year and then they figure out the contract. But everybody is renegotiating their contracts. From my sources tell me in the Dallas Cowboys organization that everybody's going to restructure because they want this team to win an NFL title. And I think Jerry Jones is finally realizing that he's only got a couple of years left. I'm not saying that to be mean because the guy's damn near 287 years old. So I think they're starting to realize, hey, if you want to win another Super Bowl, you got to do this A, B, and C. And I think he's doing A, B. We're just waiting for C to be done. And I think we could have a potential chance. I know that the Cowboys fans say this every year. Every year, it's our year. But remember, y'all have heard this podcast plenty of times. I shit on the Cowboys as much as I've shit on the Spurs this year. But it's mainly because it's out of love, and I know the truth. And honestly, the way they signed their defensive coordinator, they have their the players they've been signed. They re-signed Devontae Williams, franchise tag George Pickens. We got a backup quarterback in Sam Howell now, which I think is a good pickup. And what else do we got? We got something else. I can't remember. But I know that they are making the adjustments they need to do to put themselves in contention. Do I think it's going to be this year? I don't know. We're playing the NFC West, the AFC South, and the NFC East, which is going to be stacked this year again. It's tough. It's tough to say that they're going to do anything this year. Well, we won't see how they're going to play until week 1 of the NFL season starts. So, but back to Mike Evans. I think that is a huge addition for the San Francisco 49ers in Brock Purdy. They're going to get, what's his name that got hurt?
Kittle?
George Kittle, the tight end. And they're going to be pretty good, man. They're going to be pretty good. The defense, Fred Warner's coming back. Nick Bosa's coming back. Christian McCaffrey's there. It's a fucking stacked team, dude. It's going to be a stacked team. They're in the toughest division in the NFL.
Absolutely.
I think. So it'll be tough to come out of there on top, but they're going to be dogs in this season. And adding Mike Evans, forget it, dude. How do you cover Christian McCaffrey? How do you cover Mike Evans? Like
they still got Brandon Ayuk as well.
And Brandon Ayuk, that's who it was. Yeah, that's who's coming back. Like they's their deep threat. Who are you gonna stop, dude? Like how are you gonna stop that team? You know who's gonna stop that team? The goddamn Houston Texans. That's the only team that could stop them. Dude.
Fucking secondary that Houston's building right now. That's gonna stop them. A couple other names. Not a big name, but fun name. Mitchell Trubisky signed with Tennessee. So we'll see how that goes. I feel for Mitchell.
Tennessee got somebody else.
They got a couple of different guys. Well. They got Wan'Dale Robinson from New York.
Wan'Dale Robinson, that's right.
They also got John Franklin Myers.
Something just made a noise. I'm going to check.
The Titans, they got Mitchell Trubisky, John Franklin Myers from Denver, and some other ones here. They got Cordell Flott, cornerback from New York, and Alante Taylor, cornerback from New Orleans. So they're trying to beef up their defense here a little bit.
Yeah, that's good for them, though. They were pretty bad last year.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Really bad.
Some other names here. I did see that the Jets were able to also sign Demario Davis from
Really?
New
Oh, you
Orleans.
did tell me that. You told me that
The
earlier.
linebacker, and he's like their main heart and soul of that defense in New Orleans. So I'm curious to see how he's going to do with a struggling Jets squad.
Yeah, it's interesting to see what Aaron Glenn is cooking up over there. But maybe he knows. I mean, he knows football. That's why I'm just sitting here talking on the podcast. But that's going to be good. A lot of big names, though. Like you said, a lot of big names have happened. A lot of moves. Kenneth Walker, we forgot about him. He went over to Kansas City, I believe, is where he went.
Yep, Kansas
So
City.
maybe that's why they released Isaiah Pacheco. It kind of makes sense. Crazy to me that the Seahawks are going to release their Super Bowl MVP, but I guess for the better on their part. But that is our NFL slate, ladies and gentlemen. It's getting exciting, and it's just 1 day, 2 days into the offseason. We'll see what else happens as we draw closer to training camp and the start of the NFL season. It's already March. We'll get the NFL schedule here in a couple of months whenever they do the NFL draft. We'll cover all things draft as well whenever that time comes, schedule releases and all that jazz. But we got to talk about things as far as combat sports is concerned. We got to talk about the BMF belt. Now, I've been able to sit down and really think about what we witnessed on Saturday night. Because my initial thought was, I love Charles Oliveira. I think he completely dominated him. That was that's what Charles was gonna do. He didn't want to get knocked the fuck out on fucking national television again for a belt. Even though BMF belt is not a real belt, let's be real. It's just authentic, or what's the word? Authentic. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's just like decoration. It's not real.
It's just
aesthetic. That's what it is.
Yeah,
The
aesthetic. Yeah, it's an
it's an
aesthetic
authentic aesthetic belt.
authentic aesthetics.
But he dominated Max Holloway, and it's mixed martial arts, ladies and gentlemen. It's not boxing. It's not kickboxing. If you want to watch that, go watch a different sport. But I have to say about the BMF belt again. Like I said, it's not real. But typically, when this belt is fought for, it's standing and banging. Pause. But you go back, you watch Jorge Masvidal and Nate Diaz fight each other. It was a stand and bang. The one before that, was Justin Gaethje, Max Holloway. Bang. And this one here was Max just getting maxed out on the fucking floor by Charles Oliveira's grappling skills. The greatest submission artist possibly of all time just ran a clinic on him. I don't think Max has ever fought anybody with that much of a bag of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu grappling. And it showed that night that it's what would happen to Alex Pereira if he was to fight John Jones. That's what would have happened, ladies and gentlemen. I'll go there.
He's not fighting him in the White House.
I'll go there right now. A lot of shit hit the fan about that, but how do you feel about the BMF belt before we go to that?
Man, it was probably the weakest BMF fight I think we've seen. I'm not taking anything away from Charles. I do like Charles. Shout out Aaron. Max Holloway is one of his favorite fighters as well as Charles Oliveira, so I know he was watching that fight. And I texted him immediately after that fight, and I said, weak ass fight. And he said, yeah, and he said exactly what you just said. He said Charles played it safe. He just didn't want to get knocked out, which is fair.
Yeah.
It's absolutely fair. If you're going to grapple somebody, though, the intention should try to be not to just suffocate them and tire them out.
He just wrestled him is what he did.
What you should try and do is try to put that man in submission. And I didn't see Charles try to do that. Well, he maybe tried to put a couple guillotine chokes on him, but for 5-minute rounds, I think I maybe saw like 2 or 3 attempts at a choke, and the rest of it was just a hug on the floor fest. I congratulations, Charles. You did earn that belt, but I feel like had it been 90% standing, other than 90% on the ground, Charles probably would have got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, it would be a different story for sure. And I think that's why he stayed on the ground. And me and my brother were watching the fight. Charles had a couple of chokes in. Like, he had them dead to rights.
He had a couple in.
And he just stopped. So me and Nate were like, what is happening? Are they trying to make the fight longer because it is a BMF title and they want to give the fans what they told them?
I mean, even then, it wasn't that much of a show.
No, it wasn't. But it's just like he had him. I'm not sure. But maybe there's things that are happening in there that I don't see as far as the fighting is going, as far as the grappling and everything. Maybe Max did something and was able to prevent him from choking him out. But to me, he had him. It looked like he had him dead to rights.
A couple of times. I also did notice that Max Holloway's ground or takedown defense was somewhat decent.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously he got put down to the ground a few times, but I think towards the end of the fight, a lot of those takedown shots that he was trying to sprawl at, he was able to successfully defend and not get to the ground. But Charles just is relentless.
Yeah,
he just did not give up. Even after he was able to successfully defend a takedown, Charles went right back at a different angle with a different kind of takedown that just completely took him by surprise. So, I mean, that just shows what Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu gets you compared to just boxing.
Yeah,
and I know
for sure,
Max he's a boxer, right?
Yeah,
he's not like a kickboxer or anything
so,
like that.
no.
He's just a straight
He's a
fist guy.
fucking dog is what he is.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of wish the fight went differently. I don't want to sit here and be like, Charles didn't win that fight. He kind of played it to his advantage and whatever. But we'll see who he comes up and fights next. I really feel like Dana might set something up. He'll see that last fight and be like, you know what, we got to give it a little bit more excitement. And hopefully the next guy he puts up against Charles will give him a little bit of a run for his money. Mm-hmm. Maybe give him another grappler, another Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guy. I think that'd be really, really fun. Is there anybody you think that you can see possibly being a potential BMF candidate against Charles?
I don't know if Charles is just gonna ride that high and keep that BMF belt. I can't tell if he wants to, if he's trying to climb the ranks to get a rematch against that cold-blooded killer in Ilya.
I think
Taporia.
he wants it, bro. He wants that belt back.
I don't
think he gives a shit about this BMF belt.
So I think maybe he'd have to fight somebody like Arman Sarukian or who's number one right now on the lightweight under Ilya. Is it Arman?
That's a good question. Let's see.
I can't think of who it is right now. But I think that would be a good matchup for Charles. I don't know if he's fought Arman yet. I'll check right now. But I want to say Arman is number 2. He could be number 1 ranked lightweight contender.
Arman is number 2. Justin Gaethje.
That's right. The interim champ. Yeah. See, that's how I know he's gonna get knocked the fuck out, because I can't even remember that he's the interim champ, dude. On the White House lawn. He's. We'll get to that in a second. But
Charles versus Gaethje, belt for belt.
Charles versus Gaethje, maybe, but we'll see, because he's going up to.
Oh, that's right. He's fighting on the White House card. Oh yeah.
So I think it unifies with Ilya if he gets knocked out or loses the fight. I keep saying knockout, but I think Charles will have to climb the ranks though, because he just recently got knocked the fuck out by Ilya. He's gonna have to fight his way back to the top to be ranked next to him. But I think finding someone like Arman will show that'll jump him right up there. To be the next one on the list.
Agreed.
But because apparently there's rumors that I saw that Ilya was saying that he was wanting to go up to welterweight, but Islam got hurt. That was supposed to be the White House card. He was going to go up to welterweight, or that was supposed to be the main event in the White House, and he got hurt. But a lot of shit's been coming out. Let's just move towards that White House card.
Let's just jump.
We're running out of time, but
it.
like that White House card, I think they've been hyping it up for the past year and some change. And I think it is just hugely underwhelming. Do I think it's a good card? I think it's an okay card, good card. I would say good card, actually. That's something I've been thinking about a lot, too, since Saturday night. We've been sitting there waiting. The main event shows, and then we have to watch that mediocre card be thrown on the screen. Again, it's a decent card. 1 title fight. I don't count interim.
Which is stupid.
I don't count interim belts as a belt. You're not a champ.
Dumb.
You're just the number 1 contender. You're not a champ of anything. 1 title fight. The goddamn last main event or the last pay-per-view was a better pay-per-view.
Yep.
Like every other pay-per-view in the past. Like this is just,
some of these fight nights are going to be better than this fucking White House card, man.
I love Alex Pereira. I think Poatan is incredible. And apparently that's where they were saying John Jones was tweeted out this long-ass tweet about how Dana White was saying that if we were in talks, we weren't in talks. It was supposed to be him and Pereira, but they lowballed him. They don't want to give him the money, this and that. Same with Ilya Taporia, how he's fighting Justin Gaethje for the belt on the White House lawn, which I think is actually insane, because I kept saying on this pod and off the pod that I thought Trump was going to have a heavy hand in not making the matchups, but giving the go-ahead or not. But because I didn't think he would let an American set up for failure. I mean, Ilya Taporia is going to knock out Justin Gaethje. He's going to knock him the fuck out on the White House lawn, dude. Maybe second round, third round. But Ilya's going to take him out, dude. There's no question about that. I love Justin Gaethje. If you hear this, please don't come for me and beat me up. I just think Ilya is light years above Justin Gaethje right now in his prime. Prime for prime, maybe it's different. I don't know. Maybe he lasts longer. But right now, Ilya he's got all the fuel behind him. He's confident. He is cocky in the right ways. He just went through this divorce BS that he's going to be lit up about. You don't think he's going to take that anger out on Justin Gaethje? I don't see Gaethje moving past that. Alex Pereira is going to knock Ciryl Gane out in the first round.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be fighting for the heavyweight title, potentially being the greatest fighter in the history of the UFC.
To go from
3
middleweight,
belts,
light heavyweight.
How did that guy ever even make middleweight, dude? If you get 3 belts in the UFC, I love Johnny, but I think Alex Pereira takes the GOAT case. 3 divisions in 4 years?
Yeah.
3 years he's been in the UFC?
Yeah, when you put it like that, no, definitely.
Like, he's had a great kickboxing career. He gets bored. Let me go to the UFC and just go fucking knock out the piss fighters in the world in the middleweight, light heavyweight, and then moving up to heavyweight. Like, he's going to have a strong case to be in the GOAT conversation, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree. I absolutely agree. Not even guys that we were growing up watching in the UFC, like in the late 2000s, were doing 2 divisions. Yeah. I think the first guy I think I remember doing it was
Triple C?
No, even before that, I think it was like,
was it Randy Couture? Was he a 2-time?
Maybe. I know Randy Couture was a heavyweight. He also may have been a light heavyweight. But I'm thinking of like even before. I'm thinking about guys like BJ Penn.
Oh shit. Oh yeah.
I'm thinking about guys like George St. Pierre.
GSP. Yeah.
Yeah, I think George St. Pierre was a champion in 2 divisions.
I think so.
So like to be a champion in 3 different divisions in a span of 5 years. Yeah, no, that's fucking crazy. I do agree with you though. I think Alex is gonna knock the fuck out of Ciryl.
How does this guy keep getting title shots? Bro?
Yeah, dude. Cyril's got that Dana White privilege.
Yeah,
for real. Like, I don't understand how he keeps getting these fights and losing all these fights, and then still is.
But Tom Aspinall made a good point on some podcast. I forgot what I was watching, but he was saying, who's going to be next? Who's going to be next to fight? And that's my best impression of him. Because he's like, who's after Ciryl Gane? Who's the next heavyweight up?
I mean,
Curtis Blades, maybe? You know, so who is worthy enough to fight?
No, hold on. I got that answer.
Tai Tuivasa?
No.
Greg Hardy?
Hold
I don't think he's with
on.
the UFC anymore.
Hold on.
I can't think of a heavyweight that is maybe that is it Volkov, I think.
Yeah, Alexander Volkov. Yeah,
maybe
Sergey Pavlovich.
I don't know.
He's ranked number. He's right under Alexander Volkov.
He is.
Yeah.
Who's the last person he fought?
He fought recently.
I can't remember.
He beat the shit out of somebody recently. He beat the shit out of that Cortez Acosta guy.
That's right. He
back
knocked
in
him
August.
Out, right? Yeah. Forgot about that Acosta guy.
I'm trying to think. I mean, Derek Lewis.
He's just got to worry about his balls being hot, bro. I don't know if he should be fighting anymore. He's gonna get brain damage, bro. I love you, Derek, but but realistically, all those names you're looking at, who is going to be up to fight?
Realistically, it would have to be Volkov.
Yeah, I could see Volkov. Volkov is one.
Gane's gonna get knocked the fuck out. I think he should drop at least 5 rankings.
Yeah.
He's nowhere near. Who was the last guy he fought? Curtis Blades?
Right? Ciryl Gane?
Yeah.
I believe so. Well, I know he was. That last time I heard of him was he was fighting Tom Aspinall. And then that's with the eye poke.
Yeah, you're right. I'm seeing it right now.
But, I mean, he's going to knock him out, and he's going to instantly be in contention. Alex Pereira is going to be the instant number 1 contender to go for the belt. And that fight will take place most likely in Madison Square Garden if the doctors are clear. According to Tom Aspinall, he's only got like 1 more checkup or 2 more checkups, and he should be ready to go to be at full exercising again or full workouts. And then we will see when his next fight or his title defense for sure. I think this is what he said too on that video. It's going to be the winner of Pereira and Ciryl Gane. I'm sure he wants his revenge on Ciryl Gane because he really thinks that Ciryl just went in his eyes. So, But Perea, he's probably going to try to take to the ground. We'll see. We'll see how that happens.
To talk about some of the other names that are on that card, I mean, Sean O'Malley's fighting.
Yeah.
But I have no idea who the fuck he's fighting.
Yeah. I have to, I forget who he's fighting. I think I've seen that guy before.
Ayman Zahabi?
Yeah, I have seen him on a card before.
I have no idea who that is.
I think he's a stud in his own right. Bo Nickal's on there too, which I'm not surprised that he's on there fighting for freedom.
Fucking Michael fucking Chandler.
Conor McGregor. Mauricio Ruffi is who he's fighting. Or Ruffy, I always forgot to say his name.
Mauricio Ruffi.
I think Conor was supposed to be there too. Maybe that fell out. I don't know. There's a lot of rumors that you see on there.
I mean, he was supposed to come back and fight. I don't know specifically on this card, but I heard he's supposed to come back and fight this year. So I don't fucking know.
Nah, he's never fighting again, ladies and gentlemen. Conor is juiced up out of his mind. He's not gonna make the testing pool. He's just not gonna fight again. He has no interest in fighting again. I don't think. I think it's all talk. It's just she's a showman, and that's what he's always. I mean, not what he's always been. Let me take that back. He was one of the greatest to do it in the UFC. But he had his time. His time's done. He's almost 38 years old. He's done. He's over. He's old. He's into his promotions. He did what he said he was going to do. He's making his money, and that's what he cares about right now. His family, his, I think, wife. Now he's married or engaged, whatever. Like, he's not fighting again, dude. He's never fighting again. Sorry, Albert, but Conor's done.
And then the last name on the card that I recognize, Diego Lopez.
Yeah.
That goof-looking motherfucker.
I don't know, man.
It's a...
He just got pieced up.
What? Yeah.
And why is he on another main card? Especially this card that could have been the greatest card in UFC history. Now it's just another card. Just on the White House lawn.
I really, really fucking hope Dana White listens to this podcast, dude. Yeah. Or at least, if not to this podcast, at least listen to the fans, because I'm pretty sure we are not the only ones.
No, you look at the I immediately went to the comment. I went to Twitter and looked at after the announcement was... And all I saw was, man, this card is bruh. That's all I kept seeing on Twitter. Like, and I can appreciate the two main fights, the main event and the co-main event. Those are some good fights. But the others are like,
I think
it's underwhelming. It's just underwhelming.
Yeah, O'Malley should be fighting somebody better. I think Chandler should be fighting somebody better.
There should be 2 belts, too.
Yeah.
Not just one.
Yeah. I don't think Diego Lopez deserves a spot on that main card. That Bo Nickel fight seems fun. I do think maybe put in a bigger name other than who he's fighting right now. I don't even remember the name.
But
was it Ruffy, right?
Yeah, I don't think Bo Nickel's even ranked.
If that's true, that makes this card even shittier.
So, I mean, it makes sense why he wouldn't. They wouldn't just give him, like a top 10 or whatever. I could be wrong though. He could be in the 15. But he got knocked the fuck out, and he came back, and then he won. So he might be.
How do you think Bo Nickel is?
He's young.
He's 29, bro.
Yeah,
he's younger than us. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, I don't think he's he's not even ranked in the top 15.
And what weight class is he?
Middleweight.
Middleweight? Oh, dude. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, he's.
Come on, dude. This card is weak.
Yeah, it is. For it being so hyped up. For the longest time, it was so under wraps, no spoilers anywhere. It was just, and it's maybe just us fans. Like I said, I've said about this and thought about it. Us being fans, speculating, oh, it's gonna be John Jones, oh, it's gonna be Conor, oh, it's gonna be this, it's gonna be that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that's kind of ridiculous to have all those guys on the card. There's no way that was gonna happen. And I think that's what the biggest problem is why it's because it truly is an underwhelming card. You look at it in black and white. This is like a T-Mobile Arena event. That's all it is. There's nothing special about it. The only thing special about it is maybe Poatan potentially knocking out Saralgain and then being the number 1 contender to maybe be the first time ever in UFC history 3-division champ. That's probably the most exciting thing that's going to come out of this card because everybody looks at this card. Ilya Topuria knocks out Justin Gaethje. Poatan. We can predict the matchups. You know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
That's what. It's not a wild card. And it's the same thing what happened with these fans that were watching TV shows like Stranger Things. They create these narratives in their head, and then they spread it on social media. And everybody's like, oh, yeah, it's going to happen. And then they ruin their expectations they put it on a pedestal. Yep. And I think that's what happened with this card. Everybody put it on a pedestal. We thought it was going to be the greatest card in like fucking John Jones versus Francis Ngannou or like crazy shit like that. You know what I mean? But in reality, that's not what we're gonna get. And I think, like I said, it's a decent card at the end of the day, but it's very underwhelming.
Yeah, I think we did set our expectations a little high, waiting for the announcement for this card. Like I said, man, I really hope Dana is able to take the response kind of to heart and hope that maybe he adds a fight or maybe, drops this guy. Or, I don't know how much he can. I mean, he's the president of the fucking company, so he can do whatever he wants. But I don't know how much he can change after he's already announced fights, after already fighters are getting prepped and everything. So
injuries, people get hurt.
Yeah, injuries too.
I mean, Colby's not in it. To
be completely honest, I would like for something to happen. Like, I don't want anybody to get hurt, but if someone were to get injured and get replaced with an even bigger name, I mean, and there's plenty of fighters who will take on a fight with short, what do you call it? A short
training camp.
Yeah,
short notice.
Yeah, short notice. Thank you. Yeah, on short notice. So there's plenty of fighters that will take a fight on short notice. So I don't see why an opportunity can't arise to make this card a little bit better. But I mean, like I said, it's up to Daddy Dana. Dana!
300 G's. Not 30,000, whatever. But, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, that is the White House card. Let us know what you think about it in the comments. We'll make a little reel, too. We'll make these clips, and you let us know how you feel about the UFC White House card, because for us, it's underwhelming.
Ass!
Yeah. But that will take us here at the 2-minute warning. We've talked about everything we needed to cover today. So we thank you all for tuning in once again at the 2-minute warning. We appreciate all y'all's support for everything, liking, commenting, and spreading the love of this podcast. Again, just help us reach to our 25 followers goal, and we will eventually do the Hot Ones Challenge. We eat hot wings and give you our reactions eventually. And don't forget, when baseball season is right around the corner, we're going to do our 9 beers, 9 hot dogs, 9 innings challenge live on twitch.tv/TonyTwoBeers. So make sure we'll put the links and stuff in our Instagram bio, but just keep up with all things 2-minute warning at our Instagram @_ the 2-minute warning. But it's been a fun one. Thank y'all for tuning in. Sterns, you got anything for the people?
Appreciate you guys watching and listening, and make sure you tune in. We got some more stuff coming for y'all.
Yes, every Thursday morning, 9 a.m. episodes drop. But thank y'all again for tuning in at the 2-minute warning, and we'll see y'all when we see y'all. Appreciate y'all. Thanks.
Thank you.